Morning, gang. Okay, it's Friday. We made it to another one, so survived another week, and we chug on along. So far, things are still normal. I mean, it'll be a little bit until we start seeing the effects of the Biden presidency. So, not nobody should be panicking at this point. But what I'm going to say is this: we all know what's coming, okay? We saw the executive order on shutting down Keystone Pipeline, and that's thousands of jobs. We all know we're going to see the repeal of the tax cut. That's going to be tens of thousands of jobs, because small businesses are going to get whacked even harder. We all know that they're going to come up with this $15 an hour minimum wage, which is going to whack jobs again. I mean, we all saw last time they did this in some places, and McDonald's started putting kiosks up so they didn't need cashiers. Okay. So we all know this is coming. So a few of you guys have asked me, over the course of the last week or so about different things, and I kind of want to touch on a few. Domestic Gangsta has her $10 a week preps series going on. I think that's a real good idea. She's getting some newbies going, starting on a tight budget. That's wonderful, okay? My whole point here, and I mentioned it on a live stream the other night, Dave Ramsey, in regards to Financial Peace University, how to straighten yourself out. How are we going to stop the onslaught of the Biden economic program, okay? And the easiest way to do it, and a lot of people have talked about it, is starve them with our wallets, okay? Now, first thing, of course, that means is getting out of debt any way you can, okay? Pay off the cars, pay off the house, pay off the credit cards, whatever you can. So you're not paying all that interest to the banks, which is basically what's funding all this, okay? So if you want to take yourself out of the mix, the first thing to do is pay off the debt. Well, the problem is, for a lot of Americans, they live paycheck to paycheck. Now, you could be on Social Security, you could be on disability, you could just be paycheck to paycheck, depending on what your job would be or whatever it is. So where I bring Ramsey in is one of his staples, if you will, is live like nobody else today so you can live like nobody else tomorrow. And basically the way I interpret that is bust my ass now so when shit hits the fan and there is no income, I'm not scrambling for trying to pay my bills, trying to keep the electric on or whatever would be if we still have it, okay? But I know I'm still going to have shelter over my head. If a lot of people would have heeded that going into 2020, we wouldn't have had all this problem with, people losing apartments and home, not losing, but, the forbearance on rent and mortgage and everything like that. They still been able to pay their bills. I mean, again, we all know you should have at least 3 months worth of savings, 3 months worth of bills saved up for an emergency. A lot of people don't have that. So what I kind of wanted to bring to you guys are just some ideas of where you can make a little bit of extra cash to help pay off the bills that may not disrupt your life that much, okay? I'm not telling anybody, go out and work 80 hours a week or whatever. I mean, if you can get more work at work right now, if they offer you overtime, take it, bank the money, pay the bills, do whatever you can, get out of debt, all right? Trust me, you're going to be happy you did, okay? But what I did this one for was kind of something that's not going to be as time consuming, more that you can do on your own free time as you will. So here's 10 ideas I came up with, all right? First one, I've mentioned this to a few people who've asked. You see these things online, do surveys online, okay? A lot of them are crap. There is one that's good. It's called opinionoutpost.com, all right? I know it's good because I've used it. You can sitting down watching TV in the evening, or when you're listening to a YouTube video or whatever it is, you can do a couple of surveys, and you can usually make about $5 a day. Okay, it's going to take you probably an hour to make that $5, but it's still $5. And if you were doing nothing but sitting on the couch anyway, go for it. I've used this. I still use it occasionally, just for a little extra cash. But I'll give you a story. This was 2015, 2016. I busted my ass doing surveys for 2.5 months so I could buy a big screen TV. Okay, that was my goal at that point, and I did it. I got it for Christmas. So literally got the TV delivered, and it cost me nothing. A lot of time, but no cash out of pocket. Okay. The next one, and we're getting into this time. Okay, I've started doing some of the videos on seeds and everything like that. Okay. If you've got a farmer's market in your town or anything, a lot of places do. Okay, Saturday morning, whatever would be. When you're planting all your seeds this year, plant extra and sell seedlings at the farmer's market. You can put them in the little red Solo cups. I think you can get them for, 200 cups or something for $3 at the dollar store. So it's not that much. What is it, about $1.50 a piece? I showed you guys how to make potting soil real cheap. I mean, if you can go buy seeds, like a lot of you guys have talked about at the dollar store, bag of seeds for, 4 for $1. Make up 100 tomato plants or whatever, and take them out to the farmer's market. Think about it. You go into Walmart, you're paying $2 a seedling. Okay, by the time the season's really late, they're selling them for 88 cents or whatever. So if you go to the farmer's market with 100 tomato plants and say 100 pepper plants, you want to grow things that people are going to buy. So I'd say tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and sell them for $1 a piece. All right, you may make a couple of $100 right there. That, for most people, will pay the electric bill, pay something for a month, more money that you can put toward your car payment, your mortgage, whatever it would be. Okay. If you're crafty, craft fairs, just like a farmer's market, or you could start an Etsy store. If you don't know what Etsy is, ETSY, go ETSY.com, go look at it. It's where a bunch of people sell all sorts of crazy stuff that they make. Birdhouses, soaps, prepper supplies, whatever things you can make. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff for sale in there. Go cruise around a little bit and see, hey, I make this stuff too. I could sell it. Laundry soap, fishing lures, whatever. People like that sort of stuff. And they all know they're supporting a craftsman. Okay. A couple of simple ones. I've seen these signs at the post office when I go. Looking for somebody to pet sit, looking for somebody to babysit, looking somebody to tutor. Okay. If you are good in math, good in Spanish, whatever it would be, maybe see if you can tutor. With everybody homeschooling right now, a lot of parents aren't, gee whiz, can't tutor, can't homeschool their junior in high school because, they don't remember geometry or calculus or anything like that. I know when my daughter was doing it, she asked me, I'm like, holy crap, it's been, 40 years since I've done this stuff. So, if you're good at that, maybe see if you can tutor somebody. Next one, and again, these aren't for everybody's different. You live in a city, you live in the country, you live in the suburbs, whatever. Some aren't going to fit everybody. Sell goods from your land. Okay. Firewood, there's one. Maple syrup, maybe if you got a bunch of maple trees in your property. Nuts, if you have nuts come down. I mean, I'll give you a funny story. I've got 4 chestnut trees on my property, and last fall I picked up all the chestnuts and I sold the chestnuts on Etsy and made $250. Basically cleaning my yard of the nuts, put it online, and within a week I sold 40 pounds of chestnuts or whatever it was. I had 25 pounds of chestnuts. I think it was about $10 a pound. If you have a decent amount of property or whatever with grass clippings or whatever it is, make compost. If you've got enough to make big piles of compost, do that. I think I've mentioned everybody where I get the cow manure compost and everything from the fields. He's charging $50 a truckload. And I mean, he's got hundreds of feet of these rows where it's just turned in grass clippings or whatever it would be. I mean, if people are bagging their grass around you, go with the truck and pick up everybody's grass clippings on garbage day and turn it into compost and sell it. Again, maybe if you're crafty, making outdoor furniture. Okay, I've done this. I'm decent at woodworking. I made a picnic table and some Adirondack chairs for us. And one of my neighbors saw the Adirondack chairs and they're like, hey, those are really cool. They're really comfortable. Can you make me some? And so he commissioned me, if you will, to make them 4 Adirondack chairs. It took me a Sunday. I had 4 of them done, made a couple $100. Okay, it was good use of my Sunday afternoon. Teaching classes. You can put an ad up or whatever. You teach classes on canning or gardening or woodworking or animal husbandry or whatever you got. If you've got a skill that you can charge, $20 a head or $10 a head to come in and give a class for an hour, great. Charge $10 a head, get 5 people to sign up for the class, and you made $50 in an hour. Not bad. Okay. Obviously, there's always the common one, if you will, picking up a side job. Okay, you go deliver pizzas or Grubhub. I mean, that's huge right now because nobody can go anywhere. Maybe you stock shelves in the grocery store on the weekends, or do some house or fence painting or some yard work. I mean, again, depending on your age and where you live and everything like that. But something that you can do on a weekend, one day or whatever. But hey, if you can go make an extra $100 every Saturday afternoon, that's $400 a month. Okay, that's $5,000 a year, guys. Okay, that can go a long way to paying bills, putting preps together, doing whatever. Last one, I'd be remiss if I didn't say this one. Start a YouTube channel. If you are very knowledgeable about something or very passionate about something, start a YouTube channel. It's work, okay? It takes me 4 or 5 hours a day to do everything I need to do, but I enjoy it, and I'm not going to get rich off of it, not going to pay all my bills out of it, but it makes some decent money and helps out around the house and helps us pay the bills faster. So, I just thought I'd throw 10 ideas out there to you real quick on how to make a few extra bucks, because in the Biden economy, you don't know how long your job's going to last. Think about all the guys at Keystone Pipeline who woke up Wednesday morning to a pink slip. That can happen to any of us. So, just some ways to put some money in the bank, pay off some bills, buy some more preps, whatever you need to do. But right now, like Ramsey says, live like nobody else today. In other words, bust your ass so you can live like nobody else tomorrow, which means you're still eating and not out living in a tent in the woods somewhere. That's what I got for a Friday morning, guys. Have a good one. Take care. Pinball out.